Hey, welcome back to Final Fantasy Ever Crisis. This is Alshalot, and I'm back. Like I said, if I found anything else helpful for the guild battle, I'd make an additional video, and here we are. Um, Actually, want to thank Capone Tony. He helped me out with something that helped my consistency a lot. In his YouTube video, he suggested Mad Minute for some HP, and instead of enemy launcher, lose about 1,000 main stat, but you get like 6,000 more HP, which helps out a lot in reapplying Tempest at the end of the fight, which is a 50% threshold, which gets kind of spicy when you do Aerith's ult to heal after the cutscene. It comes in right around 50% HP for Sephiroth, so it sometimes it wasn't sticking, and now it will every time, which is awesome. Other thing with Tempest to notice is it has a 30-second duration. Sephiroth doesn't have any buff or debuff extension, so when we do Genji and Tempest during the second Sigil phase, we want to make sure that it's going to stay a few seconds past the timer, because we're going to be waiting for the animations to connect with the boss before doing our summon combo. So I've switched up a little bit of how I do the second part of the Sigil phase to account for this. Now, instead of going straight from Aerith's ult over to Sephiroth, I do the ult, throw a Sigil on Aerith, throw 2 Sigils with Tifa, then go over to Sephiroth and do Genji into Tempest. Then for sure it'll still be up at the end of the fight. But yeah, as long as you're doing Genji and Tempest at around like 33 seconds, it takes some seconds for Genji and some seconds for Tempest to apply, so it'll be fine. Other change I made was on Aerith. Gave her a whole bunch of heal brands just to be comfy, really. Don't want to have to worry about healing like whatsoever, so I just branded all her stuff with heal, except for B-Rod, because it already has some good defense on it. But yeah, just put heal on everything except for B-Rod. Even Stream Saber, which kind of made me sad to lose the brand I already had on it, but I didn't have really another option for a P-Attack All Allies for her. The other ones were losing worse brands. I could just use one of the brands that we get from Guild Battle to replace it. So that's Aerith's change to her brands. Yeah, it brings it up over 9,000. Considering the 35% on the costume, and like she has like boost heal 9 from main hand, offhand, and ult. I don't really need the Asuna anymore on her now that I put the HP weapon on Sephiroth, but I'm still keeping it just in case something goes wrong. Other thing I wanted to notice in regards to timers and optimization, just like with Tempest, to make sure that it's still on when we do our summon combo a couple seconds after the timeout, is exploit. At OB10 it lasts 60 seconds, so like if you don't have these weapons OB10, you'll have to adjust for the timer, which could itself be a little bit of a pain, since it kind of lines up pretty nicely with both Tempest and the Dragon Quest staff at OB10. But 60 seconds, this means pretty much after our first summon combo, when we're blocking squash, look at the timer and you can press this around like 105 left on the timer. And you may say, well, it's 60 seconds, why press it at 105? Well, it takes like 2 or 3 seconds for it to actually apply. plus like 5 or 6 seconds of the battle timer is taken up by the cutscene in the middle of the second sigil phase. So that'll give you plenty of time for it to still be up at the end of the battle. Also, while talking about that first summon combo, to make the second sigil phase a little more consistent and getting him down to like around 25 sigils by the halfway point, I've been delaying the summon combo. Even if it's ready, I've been waiting until the boss does squash and he's up on his 2 hind legs, then I do the summon combo. That just gives a couple extra seconds sometimes for the team to accumulate ATB, so they'll have more ATB to throw at the boss with sigils when it starts. Because then he'll have to redo that whole squash animation after the summon combo. So that's gaining a little bit of ATB before the summon combo and after it that you wouldn't otherwise if you just fired off the summons as soon as they were ready. But yeah, that's about it for my tips and optimizers and the adjusters that I've done. Let's go ahead and run the fight a couple times to see the results. Gonna make sure we're still in manual. Yep, and start out with exploits. Key attack down. Attack with Seph. Wait for his sigils. Throw a sigil. Go back to attack with Seph. AC gloves into ult. Throw another sigil. Then wait for Genji. Genji into Tempest. Princess Guard into sigil. 2 sigil on Tifa. 1 sigil on Aerith. 1 more sigil on Tifa. Then go. 1 B-Rod. Then just keep attacking. Rake, go ahead and heal. Then 1 more attack each from Tifa and Sephiroth. Then wait for him to be on his hind legs. There we go. Cancel. Alright, now we're going to block it, and we're looking at the timer for exploit. Block. Go ahead and exploit. Get ready, semi. Then overspeed on the girls. Throw sigils. Make sure Tifa gets her boosted ones out. Back to Aerith. There we go. 22. That's great. All right. So back to manual. Ult. Sigil. Ult sigil. Tifa double sigil. Sephiroth. Genji Tempest. Tifa sigil. 2 sigils on Aerith. Go to attack with Sephiroth. 3Q overspeed. Heal. Attack into AC gloves. Keep attacking on him. Heal again. Making sure everybody gets their attacks out. Alright. Let's see how this does. Should be over 30%. We already had 500 before the summon combo. This hit nicely. We should get around 40 more million. Yep, 42. So, I was gonna run the fight like 3 times in a row to show consistency, but just getting over 30 on the first try, I think kind of proves it. So I think we're done here. But yeah, hope those tips help out. Yeah, we're just using the safe Aerith healer strat. Been hearing people have been getting some ridiculous scores using the support characters, but that it's really difficult to manage HP. So I always opt for the consistent and safe route. I was just telling a couple people in the Discord. I remember back in the guild battle at the 1.5-year anniversary against Odin, where Tifa had the new Odin costume. There it is. Which had attack all allies, and it had the Earth plus the command stance. But there was a thing in the fight where Odin would target the highest P attack, including buffs, and people are getting one shot at the end of the fight, not able to throw the final attacks with overspeed, not able to throw Titan summon because he just like murked Tifa out of nowhere because buffs or provoke would fall off or something. So I ran the Reprieve costume just for safety, just because I didn't want any of my runs to get ruined, didn't want to let the team down. So yeah, safety is always my #1 concern with guild battle, safety and consistency. So hope this helps out in both of those regards for this fight for everybody. Yeah, extra HP on Sephiroth makes it so Tempest will stick at the end. Also makes it so the boss will leave him alone. The single target attacks were going on him previously. Now they're going to Tifa. I think it's baited on what it must be lowest HP. Yeah. And then yeah, just pointing out the timers for Tempest and for Exploit so they don't fall off before the end. And that's about all I got now for you guys. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. Hope this helps, and good luck when official matches start tomorrow. Alright, bye.